most realtors, or even just the consumer, thinks that all realtors are cut out and they're all the same. There are still a lot of realtors that market that way, and that they have no marketing plan. They have no strategic marketing plan. They don't put money behind marketing, because we definitely want to make sure that people are watching the video versus just the photos. And reels are really something that we're getting a lot of engagement off. TikTok and Facebook are probably equal to us right now.
Because if you try to play the game on TikTok, you can't DM set people nearly as much.
So we're doing a very knowledge-based performance also while setting them up properties too that they might be interested in. When I say I'm full-time, that's not 40 hours a week, it's probably 80 hours a week. And I've done that for 25 years. Keep your taxes clean, keep the books clean. You want to run as a business. And that's another big thing. People maybe look at this as a hobby or get rich quick kind of scheme. It's not. You have to look at it as a business. And if so, you can then be successful.
It's so funny as well in real estate because you see 12 grand, 15 grand commission check and you go, sweet. And then you look at everything comes out and you go, that's not that much. Jillian, you are a top 10 real estate agent in Las Vegas, and you're a co-owner of the Batchelor Group, a top 3 Las Vegas team in 2025. Now, your team has over $5 million listing right now. What are you doing and your team to get these listings? And why do you think most agents don't get these $1 million listings?
Well, thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to talk about this. So I've been in Las Vegas the majority of my life, been in real estate for over 25 years. My team is made up of 23 full-time realtors, plus we have 5 staff members. And I think that's really what helps to have us stand out really on any type of listing that we take. So what we're doing to get these luxury listings, because we do have quite a few luxury listings. We just closed a $12 million home. We have multiple $5 to $6, $7 million listings. We have some off-market properties that are 10 to 20 million. We have some co-listings that we're doing across the country that are 14 million, 27 million, 28 million, 30 million. So a lot of that range. The biggest difference, I would say what sets our team apart, is the access to luxury marketing and our network and how we're marketing these properties. See, most realtors, or even just the consumer, thinks that all realtors are cut out and they're all the same, that they all just list a home, put it into MLS, and then boom, it sells. That is completely not the way that most real estate sells now. There are still a lot of realtors that market that way, and that they have no marketing plan. They have no strategic marketing plan. They don't put money behind marketing. But especially when it comes to luxury, there's a completely different marketing that you need to do. Not only do we do high-end print advertisement, we also do a lot of video content. So video on all of our social medias, videos that go out in video books, videos that be emailed, lifestyle videos, branding videos, videos of the property that get emailed out to clients. So they really see you're not just buying this beautiful home, but you're buying like the lifestyle. So where's the closest golf course? Is it on a golf course? Is there a country club? Where do you go for date night, gym? What's the best school district to put your kids in? What do you do fun on the weekends? If it's like goat yoga or hiking or biking or trail riding. They really want to see the lifestyle of Las Vegas. So when it comes to high-end listings, that's really what we're doing. We're focusing on the lifestyle. Why would you buy here? Well, number one, we're no state income tax, so that's great in Nevada and in Las Vegas. And what is that lifestyle that you're getting? Because when you are spending $3 million, $5 million, $10 million, you really want to see that you're getting something special. The lifestyle, not only guard gated, not only security, but you want the amenities too.
100%. So it's also about the feeling, right? So I feel in a lot of residential, especially when you're buying your first home, you over-index on the features. How many beds, how many bath, etc. When you're buying luxury, it's how does it feel? Do I feel like my kids are going to be taken care of in school? How do you portray that in videos and magazines?
So I think it's really important that you're focusing on the luxury features, not only of the home, but of the amenities. So, and of the school districts, the churches, the date night, restaurants, shopping, all that. So we really have to tell a story. We're doing storytelling through photos and through videos. And if it's through video, it's easy because you actually might have a neighbor, or you might have the owner, or you might have us telling you the story of this community and why it is amazing and why you should live here and what the lifestyle is going to be. If it's not, then we have to do it through, our description. But the description it has to invoke an emotion. It has to make the buyer want to buy that property. Has to make a buyer feel like that's at home. Through photos, we actually do it through lighting. We do it through ambiance. We do it through the essential details. Like, is there a fire pit? And maybe somebody's sitting there with a glass of wine, drinking their glass of wine at the end of the day. Or you see how the kitchen is designed for when you're cooking for your Thanksgiving dinner. Or you see how, I don't know, maybe the backyard sunset goes over the pool and you want to see how the pool parties would be when your kids are having, their pool parties with their friends over. So we really have to get to that sense of emotion that really helps to help it stand out to why this property is special.
Absolutely. Do you use Zillow at all for
Oh,
the marketing
absolutely.
side?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
we're a Zillow Flex Premier team, and also that means that we do showcase all of our listings on the first page of Zillow. We use a tool called Showcase, which is amazing. It's the top 10% of listings in Las Vegas. Only 10% can be showcased on that first page of Zillow. That helps the seller sell their home so much faster, about 95% more views, and it sells in about 60% of the time, generally getting a higher dollar value for the property. So that's something we pay for. It's something that's exclusive to only the top percent of 10% of realtors. So it's not something that every realtor can give you.
Awesome. So what is your highest converting margin in sense of find buyers?
Well, because we're target marketing all of our properties, we're targeting to the buyers that are very specific for what it is the property is looking for. So because we're not just throwing it out on the MLS and putting it on a couple websites and hoping it sells, which is what most realtors' plans are, we're actually target marketing buyers that are likely to buy in that area. We get a list of those buyers through a lot of just different channels. It can be AI through internet searching, through skip tracing, somebody who's looking already in that area. So we're targeting the people who want to be in that area. Maybe they're looking for that size home. They're looking for those type of amenities. They're looking for that school district or that drive to the airport or those things that are really special about the property. And because we're targeting them, that gives us about a 45% conversion rate to those buyers. So the conversion rate is incredibly high, but it's because it's a very targeted list. It's a very targeted set of buyers that we're looking at.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for most of the people that I talk to, it's around 17% last time I checked.
Yeah.
So you're almost triple, just shy of
Yeah,
triple.
absolutely. Absolutely, we are definitely, and it's such a big difference.
What would you say your Instagram strategy is?
So with Instagram, it's great because we really want to, again, tell that story. We really want the property to set themselves apart than just the photos and saying, okay, it's another home for sale. So because we're being so specific with the storytelling, with the video, the lifestyle video, the branding video, even the fun videos, we're doing multiple videos through Instagram, social media. And then because we're finding those buyers that are looking for that feeling, they're looking for something that invoke of emotion, the feeling like it feels like coming home. Because being very targeted to that, it's helping us find those buyers. And then the buyers want to go and experience that. So we're strategic about when we show them the property, what items we have going on in the property, if it's music or scent or, lighting. Very important to get them to pull that out.
Yeah, I like it. How often do you post on Instagram?
Oh, every single day, multiple times a day.
How many times a day?
So it depends on the day, but minimum two, sometimes it can be as many as 10.
Okay.
So it depends on the day and what we're posting.
I notice you're very reels heavy. Is that intentional?
For sure, it is. Yeah, because we definitely want to make sure that people are watching the video versus just the photos. And reels are really something that we're getting a lot of engagement off of.
Okay. Yeah, I was seeing that as well because you do very edited and polished videos.
Yeah.
So everything is very curated, specific. What allows you to maintain that quality? Because that's a lot of volume.
So we have a videographer on team or on our team that's staff that is doing those for us. And it's very strategic how often we're putting them out. We also have a marketing coordinator that, again, is strategic only for our team. These are a lot of things that a lot of other real estate teams don't have. So they're not able to offer that. So it's very consistent that we're doing that on all of our listings and also for our buyer content. Buyers want to see the property and feel the property before they actually even have to go out there to take a look at it. So that's what's allowing us to do that.
Are you doing videography in-house too?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Why are you not doing more carousel posts?
I mean, we do some carousel posts. I just haven't found the interaction to be as great with those. So
Okay.
it's, and we'll just change with the times. Whatever the times are calling, whatever's going to have the most interaction is what we're going to do.
Okay. That makes sense. I wasn't sure because I see a lot of agents who do like featured home and they do almost a story led behind it with the carousels.
Mm.
Have you tested those with reels?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely test those as well. And again, we're open to whatever works in the market at the time. Depending on the property, I think every property needs something a little different. The reels are working really well right now as far as our, inbox engagement. People who are, look actually contacting us because they want to see the property, actually putting in the effort. So the storytelling I feel like is great when it comes to the, carousel photos as well, but there's not as much interaction. So, but again, we'll be up to doing, both or really anything if it makes the property sell.
Okay. What would you say your next social media channel is? Next best.
So Facebook, we get a lot of engagement from Facebook as well. And then TikTok. TikTok and Facebook are probably equal to us right now. We're getting a lot of engagement from both those.
If you had to pick one, which one would you go with and why?
Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook, just because I think my audience is more seasoned there. They've seen me on there for, quite a few years. I have the 5,000 friends. I have like 12,000 or 15,000 followers, and I get a lot of engagement from there. And I also think Facebook maybe is an older, maybe engagement group. So you're getting a lot of people that are a little more established in their careers, have more money, have more experience in real estate buying.
I feel like it's also easier to message people on Facebook.
Yeah, I
Messenger
feel
is a
like
lot
it's,
nicer.
yeah, user friendly for sure for the clients.
Because if you try to play the game on TikTok, you can't DM set people nearly as much. So you almost have to get them onto an email list, which feels unnatural.
Hmm. Yeah.
What are you doing on TikTok then to convert those
I
people?
mean, we are posting the videos, and then obviously when we get engagement, we are trying to interact with them as soon as possible and get to real content, figure out their why, what it is they're looking for. But it's not as heavy as, like I said, it would be with Facebook or any of that.
Okay. Are you DM setting on the back end?
Yes.
Okay. Is it through ManyChat automations or an ISA, or what are you running?
No, so actually, it's not through either one of those. So we actually did it. Yeah, I'm through our marketing director directly. So she's the one that set up the campaigns. We used it from our different channels. So we connected to our dashboard, connected to our CRM, and our CRM will then link out to them, drip out to them, contact them. We also try to have a real person respond as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying, are you using ISAs? So like an inside agent.
Yep. So we're not actually using specific inside sales agents.
Okay.
No, but we're using our agent of our team of agents for sure.
Okay. That makes sense. Are you taking them into an email newsletter then? Or are you just DM setting into a buyer's or
Yeah. Well, then they
consultation?
go. So then they go. Obviously, if we can get a buyer's consultation, that's great. But if not, they're going to go into our database and go into our drip system, depending on how engaged they are or not. So, and then that will go ahead and set them up with different avenues, and then they can reach out whenever they're ready.
Talk to me about that.
When they reach out, or how our campaign is.
How the campaign works.
So our campaign is really knowledge based. We want to make sure that we're getting out to the buyers each different step of the process that they are going to be going through, because some people are very well informed and some others are not. So we're doing a very knowledge based performance, also while setting them up properties too that they might be interested in, and then always allowing them to set a consultation with us if they want. If not, we'll follow up depending on how hot they are on the properties and what their time frame is. We'll follow up to have an in-person meeting, hopefully, or at least a phone conversation with them.
Where in this process do you find yourself operating the most or finding the most bottlenecks?
Maybe trying to get them on the phone live, actually get them out in person to go look at properties. That's probably the most time consuming.
100%. It's a very hard shift from DMing someone to actually meeting with them.
For sure.
Where did you learn this process?
I think a lot of it, honestly, I've been in real estate 25 years. So there wasn't anyone that ever came in and actually taught anything to us. It was all just really trial and error in my case,
Absolutely. Now, I want to talk about your listings. Right now,
Okay.
what is your favorite listing?
Oh, so I would say it's 8808 Greensboro would be my favorite listing.
Okay. Why?
Well, it's like this little Italian villa, right? It's a gorgeous $5 million property. It's in a guard gated community. It is a golf course community, really high end community. And so it Yeah, it was my favorite because it's all like an Italian villa. And so it has these really unique features. They put in a lot of upgrades in the property. They've flown in product from over in Italy. It has a very, really cool kind of Italian Amalfi Coast feel. So you're transported somewhere. You feel like you're being transported somewhere that's not Las Vegas. I see a lot of personal real estate every single day. So the ultra modern, clean contemporary, though that might be in style for a lot of buyers, it's not in style for every buyer. And I just see a lot of that in every price point. So I like something when it's different.
Okay. What stands about the Italian villa?
Just that it's so different in Vegas. There's a lot of marble, there's a lot of travertine, a lot of attention to detail, coffered ceilings, a lot of woodwork, really very just expensive, nice features. And I really appreciate features that are just really nicely done, high-end features.
Which feature stands the most specifically, just in the South?
Oh, I'm going to go with privacy and landscaping. Their yard is beautiful. There's a ton of privacy and landscaping, and they've really, really done a lot of attention to detail there. So I mean, there's so many nice features in that house, but that's one. I'm going to say it's one of them.
Okay. Okay. Which one is your favorite modern house? I know you said you don't, those are in style and they're not your favorite.
No, no, I mean, I do love them. We just see a lot of those. Oh, active right now? Gosh, I would have to think about that. Let me see. I'd have to actually look at my list to tell you. We are very listing heavy right now just because of the way of the market. The market has
Yeah.
made us very listing heavy. And so I would say probably 29 Soaring Bird. So 29 Soaring Bird is in the Ridges, guard gated community. It's behind two sets of gates. It is very modern, very clean, but it also feels like a family home. Has a beautiful pool, and that one's just right over 5 million, 5.2 million. That's a really gorgeous one too. That just has a lot of. It has a different feel. It's kind of the cool colors, where the other one's the warm colors. So if you wanted like two vastly different properties, those would be them.
Okay. So I don't have anything else for you. We kind of sped through everything. Is
So what
there
about if
any?
I just
Go,
tell you? Yeah, what if I just tell you a little bit about how I got into real estate,
go
what
ahead.
our team does?
Yeah, go for it.
So I got into real estate very young. I've lived in Las Vegas my whole life. I got into real estate at 18. I got into the title and mortgage business. And then at 20 years old, I started selling homes. And I started selling homes because my mom was a realtor. I loved the feeling that I felt when we bought our first home, of the safety and the security of it. And when I first got into real estate, I really had no idea, Andrew, that my life was going to become where it became in real estate. And it literally still shocks me. It humbles me every single day how well my team is doing. I first got into real estate because I thought, oh, I love selling homes. I love talking to people, which I'm definitely a people person. But I was like, this is going to be a great business. I had no idea where my real estate career would take me. And I say very humbly, but growing up in this city, I saw so many amazing big, big realtors in town. And I've grown my team now to the largest woman-owned team in all of Nevada. We were the third largest and most productive team in all of Nevada. There's almost 17,000 realtors in Las Vegas, and our team came in number three, which was amazing. Which the reason why I say that's amazing is it's because we were able to service so many clients. We were able to serve so many happy families, and we do everything, let me tell you, from luxury real estate to investment properties to regular mom and pop properties to move up buyers, downsize buyers, divorce sales, probate, short sales, pre foreclosure. I mean, literally every single thing that you can think of. And what I love about real estate is every deal is completely different. You have the people that are super happy and super excited because they're selling their home. Maybe they're selling it for a job change, or they're coming out here to live closer to grandma and grandpa with their kids so they can grow up together. And then you also have people selling because unfortunately they're getting a divorce and it's a hard time, or it's probate, somebody died, or we've had death sales, all those things. And it could be tricky sometimes. But the key to being a very good real estate agent and a very good business owner, I feel like, is having the emotional connection to your client. Everything, when you buy or sell real estate, it's always emotional, even for the investor, because it's like, what's the investor going to do with the money? How's that going to change their life? So getting that emotional connection to the client and letting the client know that you really do care about them. So they have to feel that you care about their sale. There are a lot of realtors out there that might tell you something that's not true. They might lead you to believe the house is worth more money, even if it's on accident. Maybe they don't know the market very well, or they don't have a marketing strategy. And then there you go, cutting down your prices 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in a row. We don't work that way because all my realtors are full time. They're all very versed into the market. When I say I'm full time, that's not 40 hours a week. It's probably 80 hours a week. And I've done that for 25 years now, almost 26 years. So I feel like I have a really good pulse on the market, but I'm also very proud to what our team has done. There are a lot of realtors last year that, really, really struggled selling homes because the buyer activity was down 52%. My agents study the market every single day. They know the market. We train with them every Monday, every Friday, and every Tuesday with our team meetings. So we really are going above and beyond. And there's a saying that I really love that says, how you can tell the difference between an achiever, a high achiever, and just somebody who's mediocre is going to be do they have the ability to go above and beyond? Are they willing to go above and beyond? No matter what it takes, are you taking that next step to go above and beyond? And that's really how we lead our team. We also lead our team through a lot of charity. I've lived in this town since the mid 80s. I love Las Vegas. We are heavily involved in women's and children's charities and pet charities. So even though we're servicing the community and we make a great living doing that, we want to make sure we're always giving back to the community. That's really important for me on my team, is that we're giving back to Las Vegas. So that's why we do what we do, and that's I really believe that's why we've achieved the success that we've had. The success level, it is mind blowing to me every single day. I love the fact that so many clients have trusted us and that we're able to perform for them, but it's also something I'm very humbly grateful for.
I want to ask you as well. It sounds like you started in mortgage first.
Oh, I started in title. So I started in the
Title.
title
Okay.
and escrow business. Yep. And we do have a line of our business now that is mortgage and a line that is title as well, because we want to help our clients with all ancillary services that we can help them with. But it's been, yeah, such a great business. I'm very blessed, very lucky to have been in this business.
What would you say in your first 3 years? Because those are always the hardest for every real estate agent.
Yeah.
What did you struggle with?
So the biggest struggle really I think any realtor has in the very beginning is they're maybe you're used to going to a job where a boss tells you what to do, what hours to come in, and there are tasks to be done. The thing is with real estate is nobody tells you what to do. No, there's no training once you get out of real estate school. You have your real estate license and it's kind of like you have to figure it out. And a lot of people they've experienced real freedom as a independent contractor for the first time. And so they go into the office and they leave with their friends to go to lunch, or they leave to go run errands, or they go pick up their kids from school. And you can't do that. That is the death of the realtor, at least in the initial 3 years while you're building your business. You have to treat it as a business. So if you would go into work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, then that's what you have to do with real estate. You have to build a business, and you have to also realize that real estate, it's just like building any other business as an entrepreneur. You're going to start out in the red. So make sure that you have marketing costs, make sure you have expenses, and make sure you don't expect to make money right away. You have to build a business, and people kind of try to skip that step, and you can't skip that step for success. You have to go through every rung of the ladder. And part of that is being in the red for a little while before you can get in the black, putting in your hours, paying your dues, going up the corporate ladder with, just learning what you need to do. And then the other biggest mistake is that a lot of realtors don't educate themselves. They get their real estate license and they think they're kind of too good or too busy for more education. My team, even my 25, almost 26 years in the business, I've sold over 4,000 homes. I still continue to educate myself every single week to continuously be the best that I can be.
100%. One team lead that I was talking to, he will not take anyone on if they don't have 6 months payroll.
Yeah, that's actually very smart because 95% of realtors fail within the first year. That's why I say not all realtors are the same. I promise you. Like an example, when I'm a luxury realtor, depending on the price of the home, I might spend $5,000 marketing the home. I might spend $10,000 marketing the home. If it's a really high-end luxury property, I might spend $20,000 marketing the home. If somebody can't even pay their own bills, they're not going to have the money to market your home. If they don't have the money to market your home, you're not going to get the same sales price as you would from a realtor who has the money to market their home.
100%. Well, what are your thoughts on sweat equity? How much can that carry someone?
Oh, I love sweat equity. So let me tell you, if I was a buyer, the very first thing I would do is buy any house that I can get into initially, whatever I qualify for. Then, as I'm getting equity in that home and I'm sweat equity, and maybe I'm putting in improvements on my own, I would then pull out some of that equity, maybe with an equity line or a second mortgage or refinance, and buy a second property. And you keep leveraging to buy the third property. You just rinse and repeat that over and over again. And that's how you build your true wealth.
The fun part is if you're self-employed, such as a real estate agent. Now you play
Yeah,
the game of, can
absolutely.
I get approved?
Yep, exactly. And so keep your taxes clean, keep your books clean. You want to run as a business, and that's another big thing. People maybe look at this as a hobby or a get rich quick kind of scheme. It's not. You have to look at it as a business, and if so, you can then be successful.
It's so funny as well in real estate because you see like a 12 grand, 15 grand commission check and you go, sweet. And then you look at everything comes out and you go, that's not that much.
Hmm.
It's just a huge frame shift for people as soon
Yeah.
as you get into the business.
Yeah, and I think they just need to know that. They need to know that there are business expenses, there are marketing costs. There should be money you're reinvesting back into your business. You should pull out your money for taxes. So yeah, if the commission check is 12,000, if you could expect to walk away with 6,000, that's great, right? You need to know that there are actual expenses. That's just how the world works. And people who don't know that or don't understand that, they don't understand business.
It's very true. After you got through the first little bit, 3 years, and you started building your team, the first couple agents that brought on, what did each of them teach you?
Oh, okay. So I actually started a team very, very young, young in life and young in real estate within my first 2 years. And a lot of them didn't want to listen to a 20-year-old girl telling them what to do. And why did I have a team and they didn't? And they might have been in the business longer. And that comes down to work ethic and understanding business. I would say what that taught me was it really, really taught me people management. People have to respect you, they have to like you, they have to know you and trust you in order to want to be led by you. And you have to have proof of success first. So some people try to start a team too early before they've actually proven themselves as a success. Luckily, I had already done that. So that's why they were willing to listen to me. But you have to prove yourself as a success, and then you have to learn how to manage people. That's the hardest part, is people don't initially want to be managed. They want to be led, but you have to help them get to where they want to go. So if you can't help them get to their goals, they're not going to want to be led by you.
100%. Have you ever heard of gap selling?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Quick synopsis. You are here. You want to be here. Sell the difference.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I understand the concept. Yep.
So, oddly enough, I use this less in sales and more with my team. We sit down every Monday and we go, look, you're here. You want to be here. These are the things that we need to do to achieve that. Can you do that? That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. And a lot of people, I think, don't understand that. And so it's up to you to understand like where you are. What are your goals? And most realtors don't understand that. Sometimes sellers and buyers don't understand that. And then how do you want to get there? How soon do you want to get there? What are you willing to do to get there? So we teach all of that. We want to help with all of that.
What are the things and goals in an agent that you want to bring on the team?
So I would say what I want from agents, or what the goals I want them to be self-motivated, number one, because this is a self-generated business. I want them to be hungry and driven. Very, very important, because this business, you eat what you kill. And so you need to be able to be driven to go after what you want. And then while you're doing that, I need you to be able to be basically full-time or willing to be full-time. In the first couple of years, you got to build your business. And that means a lot of hours. You need to be willing to put a lot of hours into it. And so make sure that you can really make it happen. So it's very important that you're willing to put in the time. You have the drive, you have the wherewithal, you have the work ethic, and the energy to do it. And what are your reasons? Truly, like, do you have good reasons behind it? If it's just, oh, I want to get rich, that's not a good enough reason. I feel like to get into real estate is I want to help people through me building skills and providing a good opportunity and a good experience. That's great.
100%. On the flip side, what makes the worst possible real estate agent?
Worst possible real estate agent is just their commission breath, we call it. It means that they're commission hungry. They don't care. They just want to get a commission check. They don't care if it's the right property for you. They don't care if it's the right situation for you. They don't care if it's affordable for you. That's a terrible real estate agent. I also say somebody with experience. You want to make sure that they have experience, because when you're buying or selling a property, it's the largest financial transaction you're going to do in your lifetime. A lot of these agents are new. The barrier to entry is really new. Look, we've all been new, but as long as they're being mentored by somebody to make sure you are actually getting a good deal and that you're not getting yourself in hot water and that you're not getting yourself sued. Some people think commission is the most important thing, but it's funny. A bad real estate agent can cost you 10 or 15%, not the 1 or 2% that you thought you were saving.
Oh, yeah. They're horror stir.
Mm-hmm.
Horror.
Yeah. So just make sure. A lot of people will say like, oh, my cousin's sister's friend just got their license. That is not somebody I'd want to use. I want to wait till they're experienced. Like, you like people, but would you go to a heart surgeon that just got certified as a heart surgeon because he was your sister's friend? Like, you wouldn't. So you have to think about this as like, this is surgery to your finances. Would you go to somebody who's brand new because you want to help them out? Or would you go to somebody who's going to get you the best deal, negotiate you the best deal? And when problems arise, make sure you're not getting into a lawsuit or an issue with the property.
Or a real estate agent that'll tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I'm buying a duplex right now. And I love my agent because I'm like, I want to look at this one. And he goes, it has 70,000 price reduction. No, you don't. Okay, we're not going to go. We're not going to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, somebody who's willing to tell you the truth. Right now, we're in an adjusting market where a lot of our prices are adjusting down. A lot of agents either don't know that, they don't understand that, or they want to just tell you what you want to hear just to get your listing, and then they're going to spend the next 3 to 4 months getting you priced down. You know?
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Hmm.
They'll sell you the dream, sell you this estimate, and then you have to walk back from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What
So you want someone who's willing to be honest with you.
what in a listing gives you red flags?
If there's a lot of damage to the property, okay, this is a good one. If I go to a property and I see that there's weeds in the yard, or that the pool is not kept up, or there's damage to the property, something is going on where they weren't maintaining it. If they're not maintaining it, more can be happening. There could be liens, there could be fines, there could be judgments. Another thing that would give me red flags is if somebody says that they want to undersell the property. There's usually a reason behind that. Why do you want to undersell the property? Now, if you need it for a quick sale, because let's say there's a surgery or something important happening, we can figure that out for you. But what is the reason you want to get in and out of it really quickly? And if I can tell that something's been remodeled and you won't tell me why, that might be a red flag as well.
What's a subtle one? What's one that most people miss?
They want to overprice. And so that's a red flag because it's like, why do you want to overprice? Is it truly, truly that you want to overprice? Or is there, something psychologically that you're thinking why you want to overprice it? Because people will say like, oh, I want to have room to negotiate down. Well, that's the worst. That's the kiss of death. Because what you're going to do is you're going to eliminate buyers that don't even want to look at the property, so they don't want to even negotiate with you at all. So you're going to go from thinking you want some room to negotiate down versus having a buyer at a reasonable price, and they might just offer you full price and you don't need to negotiate at all.
100%. Do you have anything else you want to go over?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, just,
Okay.
I love real estate. I love what I'm able to do. I'm so grateful that you even invited me to be on your podcast. It's amazing. I love what my team does. And we're super grateful. If anyone is interested in talking with us about their real estate needs, we'd love to help them out. And my Instagram handle is Jillian Batchelor at Instagram, or Jillian Batchelor on Facebook, but it's Batchelor with a T. So it's BATCHELOR.
Awesome.